Well, good evening, everybody. It finally feels like December, doesn't it? It's not going to be, however, for very long. It's only about 2 days of cold weather. Notice the winds continue blowing, and that's, of course, what makes it feel rather chilly. And notice here in the blue, basically, that's in the 15 to 20 mile an hour range. But in the red here, we're talking 30 mile an hour. What's the difference? Well, over the landmass, the wind actually slows down because of friction with the earth, where there's buildings and trees, elevations and all that. But once it gets out over the water, it speeds up because there's nothing to slow it down with any kind of interaction. We still pick up a few little sprinkles here and there, generally speaking, down toward the coast. But hey, if you want to go to Midland, Odessa right about now, you could go play in the snow. Okay, it's not that much, but it's something. We'll be taking a closer look at it. Here we still have the wind advisories for the areas north of Victoria. Here's the city, and here's the little sprinkle activity I was telling you about. This is very light, but generally it's down along the coast right now. We look upstream, and here's where it converts into an icy mixture, possibly sleet and snow. So here's San Antonio, so up I-10 up toward Junction and those areas, that's where it converts. So right about now in Midland, yes, they are reporting snow. They're expecting 1 to maybe 3 inches accumulations. A little bit heavier activity out here in the Carlsbad, New Mexico area. Of course, that's higher elevations. They got some little mountains there as you start moving northbound into New Mexico. So, yeah, we're getting a little winter weather finally. Tonight, with the cloud deck, it'll be chilly, but not as cold as it will be the following morning. We'll get down to about 46 tonight. These are the current temperatures, rather. 46 right about now, and you can see right here where the temperature drops to 33, right there in Midland, and that's where the snow is occurring. So we've got a warming trend already programmed for the rest of the week. Yeah, we're looking at 57 tomorrow, then 65 on Wednesday. New Year's Day is 76, and then we could see an 80 or 2 before the weekend comes in. And then there's a frontal system coming in for the weekend that we'll talk about. Here are the temperatures around the country. It finally looks a lot more like December, but the freeze line is really not that bad. We're looking at the Ohio Valley, still mild, relatively mild, all the way to the western states, but the western states are going to be getting a big Pacific storm. Now for us, we're looking at Monday. All right, cloud deck, sprinkle here or there. Then Tuesday in the morning, it clears up. So we're going to see a lot more sunshine by the time we get to Tuesday and Wednesday. And that's what's going to, A, make it colder in the morning, and B, make it milder in the afternoon, because we're going to be getting some sunshine. Notice that everything is flowing down from the northwest over our area. That's a relatively dry pattern, and then high pressure is going to build in for a couple of days. That's the warming trend. And then we're going to watch, but this is probably not till Tuesday of next week, 7 days from now. This big Pacific storm is going to roll in out there and eventually cross the entire country. So let's take a look at your short-term forecast for tomorrow, where we're still looking at a rather chilly morning, but temperatures will get up into the upper 50s, so it'll be milder with the sunshine showing up, and then sunshine showing up for Cuero, getting up to about 58. And like I said, we'll be warming up for New Year's Day up to about 76, 83 on the 2nd. And then as we get to the weekend, we get this frontal system, but that's not till Monday of next week. So chilly for a couple of days, and then it gets a little milder as we get to the weekend. That's your 7-day forecast, reminding everybody we do have a QR code. Love for you to scan that, put Crossroads Today on your phone. And we'll toss